I'm on a number of self-publishing subreddits, and I always really like to look at what's being talked about on them because these are usually new self-publishers who don't really know what they're doing yet, or maybe have a lot of questions about the process, and sometimes I can answer those because I work in self-publishing. I don't know if I've said that in a while here, but I saw this post today and I was really interested in it because hold on. Okay, so in the original post, OP was saying how they got their first few sales and they found it interesting that the sales were for print book instead of ebook, even though print book was more expensive. But they did know that their print book cover was professionally designed and their ebook cover, I think, was DIY. Someone in the comments notes that the cover is probably one of the best marketing tools you have for a book, which is totally true, obviously. And then they said, I don't like this truth. It makes publishing book more like some venture investment. Hiring a good professional designer is quite expensive. And that's true. I mean, it's true that it costs money to hire a professional to do your cover, but it's also true that it costs money to publish. Because what I've been noticing as a trend on these subreddits are discussions about the cost of self publishing and how prohibitive it is. But it costs money to publish a book always, no matter what path you pick. And so if you're going with self publishing, you have to be prepared to spend some amount of money. I mean, there's absolutely ways to do it low or no cost, but those are not very, generally, those are like not very smart ways to do it. I mean, getting free ISBNs can be very limiting for a lot of books, for example. And then paying for a cover designer can be an expense that people don't want to put out there. And of course, there's ways to make really attractive covers on your own, but you have to have some sense of design and knowledge of like design tools. But the point is, publishing always will cost somebody money. The publisher, a traditional publishing house, is taking a gamble on a book and they are fronting the costs necessary to publish that book. But a self-publisher will have to do all that themselves. So I don't really know like how to wrap this up other than saying if you plan to self-publish, there are costs. And we're not really at that place where we can say that publishing isn't a pay-to-play operation because it absolutely is. Somebody's paying. That's my thought of the day. Yeah.